Hello everyone, I want to talk to us today on checklist before you propose to her or before you say yes to him. Checklist before you propose to her or before you say yes to him. Number one, seek parental consent. One of the problem we have, or the reason for heartbreaks or even broken relationship, is due to parental disapproval. You get into a relationship and your parents are not aware, they are not involved in that relationship. You've proposed to the lady, or for the lady you've said yes to the young man. 2 years down the line, 3 years down the line, 4 years down the line, 5 years down the line, 6 years down the line, 7 years down the line, your parents are saying they are not going to give their consent. And then you find that at the end of the day, you've wasted your time. So why not just get these things right from the beginning? Inform your parent about it. Oh, I see a young lady, wish to ask her. Or tell your parent, for the young lady, I seen a young man that is showing a sign of he wants to ask me out. What's your take on it? And they will ask you certain sensitive question and give you their verdict on that matter. So very, very important. Number two, carry out a genotype test. These are your checklists before you propose to the lady or before you say yes to him. Find out the genotype compatibility. All right, we can't shy away from this truth or reality. All right, you know certain genotypes that are not encouraged to get involved together. AS to AS, or AA to SS, or AS to SS thereabout. All right, so find out these things so you don't get into a relationship and then when it's 5 years down the line you want to get settled down into marriage, then you find out that there is an incompatibility in your genotype. So try as much as you can to find that. Number three, find out his plans for life. For the young lady, find out his plans for life. So the guy just asks you out, like you are just excited in the euphoria of the moment. Maybe that's your first relationship, or you've never had guys ask you out before. That's your first guy, and then you are just impressed. You didn't know you are getting hooked up to a fool. He has no plan, no bearing, no direction, nothing. Alright, even if someone is asking you to suffer with them, at least they should put protocols or show you signs on which and steps to which that they are taking to lift up such suffering. Alright, so make sure you know his plans for life. What are his plans financially, career-wise, family-wise? What are his intentions? Number four, try to ask simple questions. This is for the lady now. Try to ask that young man when he intends to settle down. So that you don't get to a point you've dated for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, and the guy is not saying anything about marriage. And then maybe when you are now asking him, young man, please, I want to know when are you settling down? He's telling me, give me the next 10 years. And then you feel bitter. Now, whether you decide to get angry and leave that relationship, you should know that you have also wasted your time. So if you value your time as your life and you know your time is precious and in limited supply, you must make sure you get these things right from the beginning. Ask him, please, what's your intention? When do you think you will likely want to settle down? Is it the next 3 years? Is it the next 4 years? Is it the next 5 years? So that you can be in the equation and know if that appeals to you. For instance, maybe you have a decision made in your heart of when you intend to settle down. And if it's disaligned to when the guy intends to settle down, at the long run, there will be an issue. And that relationship will crumble and collapse. So number five, try and you will find out if you accept his person and be proud to tell other people about him. Before you say yes to him, find out, or before you propose to that lady, try and find out, do I really accept a person or do I accept his person? Will I be proud to tell my friends, tell my family members, tell my colleagues, my acquaintances that this is my fiancé or this is my fiancée? You must have that. It's called the law of attraction. You must be attracted to the person. And number six, check for inner connection and peace. Check for inner connection and peace. Once you made up your mind, you want to ask the lady out, and you find out you lose your peace, or for the lady, a young man proposed to you, and you find out you are not having peace of mind or rest of mind, please don't out of pity say yes to him, or don't out of pity go propose to her. Nothing produces maximally in the absence of peace of mind. Nothing produces maximally in the absence of peace of mind. So make sure you check your inner peace and connection and take that on your checklist. Number 7, check for backgrounds. Do background checks. Because when you are marrying someone, you are not just marrying them alone, you are also marrying the family. So do background checks, check here and there. How do they treat ladies in their family? How do they receive a young man in that home? Do all those background checks. Find out, are there issues of maybe sicknesses? Nobody's saying you will run away from all these things when you find out about them. It's just that it helps you to know what you are going to deal with in a long run, possibly even before you get into the marriage level. All right, number 7, find out that person's mentor role model. Find out that person's mentor role model. Do that person have who he or she listens to? The young man, does he have someone he listens to? The young woman, does she have someone she listens to? Why is this very, very important? So that in a bit of where the road gets rough and not rosy again, there is someone that can talk to the person and the person will listen. But once you are into a relationship, you didn't make all this kind of check, and now you have said yes to the person, or you've proposed to the lady, and then there is an issue along the line. You have no one to run to that you know can call that person to order and tell that person, sit down, get this right, do this. Once that is not there, there will be so much of issues. And number 8, watch out for patience, watch out for teachability, watch out for humility, watch out for good self-esteem. Because once that person doesn't have these qualities I'm listing out now, patience, teachability, you know there are certain things you can never correct about the person. Once that person don't have humility, the person will never receive any form of correction. Good self-esteem. Once that person have a problem with his or her self-esteem or image, when you try to correct them, they will misinterpret it and feel you are trying to make them look stupid. You are trying to say they are worthless, they don't know what they are doing. So that's the importance of having a good self-image. They will always interpret negatively anything you say to them. All right, good mental capacity. All right, you don't want to get involved or hooked up to a fool for a guy or a fool for a lady. So that person must have a good sound mind, sound mental capacity, ability to reason. So when you guys be able to plan your life and plan your future, the wisdom will be coming from both directions, and that gives you a better yield and result. And also you check for hard work. You don't want to stay or hang around a lazy person. All right, so make sure that person is very hardworking, both for the guy and both for the lady. Check if they have visions for life. Check if they have genuine love and reverence for God. So these are some of the checklists I will want to encourage us to find out or check before you propose to that lady or before you say, yes, I do. So that in the long run, you not have issues with the relationship or find out that you just wasted your years because that relationship will no longer work. So put this to heart and you see you have a better result. Thank you for joining me. See you some other time. You can go to other contents of my video and they will be of a great blessing to you and help you make maximal progress in life. If there is anything you want me to talk about, please feel free to drop it on the comment section and I will talk about that in subsequent video. Thank you. See you next time.